So you're meant to be celebrated. You're meant to be admired. You're meant to be respected in your life, in this time in your life, for being authentically you, for being the best version of yourself, for showing up in the world in a way where you come from a humble heart, that you're generous, you're giving, you're considerate, you're caring. You're very wise and you're very prudent when it comes to dealing with other people. And this is something you developed by holding true to your own integrity and your own authenticity and not allowing yourself to be shifted or shaped or molded by the individuals around you who are looking for validation from external factors, from external sources, from external people. And this may have been developed over a period of your life where you had not had the direction or the trust or the faith within yourself. And you may have followed cultural norms or other kind of belief systems that were given to you early on in your younger years. But there was some kind of cognitive dissonance that came with that. There was this feeling of incompleteness, of you may have felt strife or struggle or strain or stress or hardship in many ways. And this was because you're living by principles that weren't rooted in your authentic self, what you truly meant to come here to do, the purpose that you meant to come here to fulfill on this time, in this earth, on this planet. You have a very powerful purpose and you're meant to influence so many different people and inspire so many different people. You're here to empower by the words that you speak, by the actions that you take. Yeah, you're someone who not only speaks the words into existence, but your actions follow through with what you are manifesting in this world. You're someone who has a lot of validity behind the words that you speak. People can rely on you because of the way you show up in the world. If you're not going to do something, that you don't promise to do something. And the things that you promise to do is what you act upon. And that is just the virtue of your character. And this is build up your own credibility within your own eyes, within your own heart, within your own belief system. You may have at one point gone against your intuition, gone against your values and your morals, or some kind of ethic code within your heart. Not because you were innately trying to act out against people or situations, but you could have been taught behavioral patterns from peer groups, from family members, from some external forces that were convincing you or tried to convince you that living a certain way of life would lead you to some sort of stability or some sense of success. But as you participated in these habits and these behaviors and these ideas and these belief systems, you understood that there was something that was off about it. It just didn't resonate with you in the way that you felt completely honest to yourself. You weren't being honest to yourself. And that's why you were experiencing these hardships. You're trying to live a life based on the requirements of others, based on the desires of others. And it just didn't bring you fulfillment. It didn't bring you satisfaction. And you may have looked out and seen the things that people were accomplishing, were achieving, that were fed to them, that they were following and pursuing. And you could see that they themselves weren't completely satisfied. Not all of them. A lot of them definitely were. But in this case, you understood that there's more to it than material status, social status, some kind of accomplishment and achievement. And you started understanding that being completely fulfilled, completely invigorated by life, filled with purpose and passion, and being happy with your life required more than just an external validation, an external success. And there was something else deeper, like a deeper meaning that you're really pursuing. And you've gone through that time in your life. either consciously or unconsciously. You're at a point now, though, where you're really thinking about what it is that you're here to do on this world, what kind of impact you're here to create, what kind of impact you are to leave for this world so that other people can have a better life as a result of you coming in and offering your work and creating value in this life and on this world, helping out so many different people. This is what you're meant to do, to be of service, to contribute, to give back, and to be blessed in so many different ways. God wants to bless you in so many different ways. He wants to support you in so many different ways. There's so many different energies out there. They're looking for someone like you that has the mindset, that has the heart, that has a desire to show up in the world from a place of integrity, to give back from a place of care and consideration. Understanding that you're here to spread a message for all people through your own actions and your own challenges that you've overcome, the things that you've changed in your own life to become the authentic version of yourself. And the inspiration that you're going to leave in this world is so powerful and so impactful. And that's why you're very protected right now from forces. What I'm hearing is like these governing forces that govern the laws of the universe, of how things work, cause and effect. Like the seeds that you sow is the harvest that you'll get. And you've been planting so many beautiful seeds into the ground, so many beautiful ideas and concepts into the ground where you want to uplift people and you want to do well for people. So this is something that is leading you toward a path that has a lot of individuals on it, a lot of beautiful people and souls on this path that they too are looking to inspire, to grow, to mature, to help out, to give back, to contribute to the world in very profound ways. And other energies that you have had in your past that you've come across, things that are of lower vibration. This could be deceit, manipulation, untrusting energies, unworthy energies, inadequacy, insecurity, fears. A lot of these energies that are out there that people you even care about may be in the midst of their own life and their own journey dealing with. You understand that while you're here to help and support people, you're also called to be very discerning to which people you do help, and to understand that not all people who need help are willing to accept the help. So you're being guided by your intuition to know which people you're meant to be around right now, who you're meant to help out in a way that will cause you to to grow. By you helping out the right people, it's going to help you to grow. And this is how you'll know that the right people, that you are helping out the right people. You have a sense of freedom, of fulfillment. You have a feeling of contribution. You have a feeling of satisfaction after helping out certain people. And if you're helping out certain people who look like they are in need of help, that they are desiring advice, or they're seeking the upliftment, your upliftment for them in their situation. However, when you leave these individuals, if you feel depleted, if you feel exhausted, if you feel drained, then that's a indicator that those individuals aren't the people who you're meant to help out at this time. because there's something else working on another level that I'll explain at a later time, the depths of that. But just know, based off the way you feel after dealing with certain people, that is the indicator of whether or not these individuals are meant to be in your life or not. And that's as simple as we need to keep it, honestly. If we feel happier, more enlivened, more fulfilled, more useful after interacting with certain people, then that's an indicator that we're on the right path and we're doing the right work with the right people. And again, if we feel depleted and exhausted and drained after dealing with certain people, then that's an indicator that these people aren't the people who are meant to be aligned with us at this time in our lives. So it's very important. And the reason why that was brought up is because you're meant to be protected at this time. And you're meant to keep yourself protected at this time, because you, at the end of the day, even if you have the protection, can choose to forfeit your protection and go back to past energies, past people, past situations that don't serve you, that will exhaust you, that will deplete you, that will drain you. But that's all free will and that's all choice. And that is not a requirement. You don't have to feel obligated to help out in ways that are detrimental to yourself. So that is something that you've also learned to relieve yourself from the burden of feeling that you are indebted in some sort of way to help out people that aren't the people that you're meant to help out. And that you're here to help out and inspire a certain amount of people in this life, but it requires your full focus and your full energy reserves in order for you to utilize in the most impactful ways. So as you move and navigate through life here, understand that this protection that you're being given is an anointing. It's an anointing, a divine anointing. And if you're in a time where you feel that things are either slow in your life, now you could have a lot of movement, you could have a very busy schedule, a very packed schedule. There's a lot of things on your plate. But there's this sense of routine where you're going through the same routine over and over and over, and things seem like they're not progressing. God is wanting you to see that this is just a repetition that you are reaffirming into your consciousness, into your character, into your identity of good habits and good behaviors, and building a support system for yourself to know that you're capable of showing up over and over and over again in repeated actions to prove to yourself that you are capable of doing certain tasks and keeping a certain level of commitment to the healthy obligations and priorities that you have in your life right now. So there's going to be different moments in your life where there's going to be extreme growth, extreme movement, and a lot of growth is the biggest word that's coming out. So not all action is necessarily action that will lead to exponential growth. So that's why if you're not feeling that you're moving very much in your life, like again, you could be doing a lot of actions, you can be putting a lot of energy into your day, but the growth factor may not seem what you're expecting. It's a sense of reaching a plateau so that way you be comfortable with this new baseline that you're at for the next leg up, next leg higher in your journey. And this point in your life right now will just be a kind of like plateau period before you move up in this next phase of your journey. But this is where you're developing your character. You're allowing yourself to gain a new health regimen. This could be a new exercise regimen, a new dietary regimen, a new supplemental regimen. This could be a period where you're developing a new identification with yourself, how you talk to yourself, the thoughts that you use, the ability for you to feel a lot more capable and achieving in your capacities in life, to know that you are someone who can do great things and are meant to do great things. But if you've come from a period that you were not working in these energies, like your health might have been in a place that wasn't the best, or your conversations with yourself, your self-talk could have been in a place that wasn't the best, or the associations that you had, like peers or external forces, the people that you're around weren't the best people to be around. You conditioned yourself for a period of time being around these other energies and became familiar with them, that became a type of normal for you. But now that you've transcended that old normal into this new energies that you're around, it's like you're just practicing being familiarized with them. So that way you just understand that, oh, this is just who I am. This is how I show up in the world. This is how I take care of my body. This is how I take care of my mind. This is how I take care of the people around me. And I show up in ways in the world for other people in a way that helps them out, uplifts them. And as you practice this more and more and more, you're just going to wake up and choose actions and behaviors that reflect this character that you've become, this identity that you've become. And from this place, from having this new foundation is what I'm hearing. Because the old foundation, again, was these old people, these old habits, these old beliefs that weren't serving of you, that were actually draining and exhausting and depleting to you. And this new time that you're in right now, though, it's a energy of repeated balance, a lot of balance, where you have a new foundation now, where it's not based on stress and struggle and strain and strife and depletion and exhaustion and all this other energies that you had been living in at one point. But this is a life that you're developing from a foundation where you are supported. You are supported, and you're meant to do very, very beautiful things in this world, and you're meant to give very profound messages to the people around you through your actions, not even by the words that you speak. For many of you, it is going to be things that you say because of your experience, because of your story of where you've come from and where you're going to and where you are now. Like, the achievements that you've already had are so profound. And now you're becoming familiar with what it is to just be a person who is comfortable being authentically themselves, not trying to impress anyone. What I'm hearing is especially people who don't really need your validation, or you don't need their validation. Like, people who just don't and won't ever play a place in your life. So this could be external people who you don't know directly. This could be people you've never met. This could be people online. This could be people you just don't have any kind of personal relationship with. Those kind of energies, you're understanding that they don't have a direct influence on who you are as an individual, how you show up in the world, and the purpose that you're meant to bring forth on this planet. And because of that, you're taking things with a grain of salt when it comes to people asking you to show up in the world in a way that you're not meant to. And you're here to continue to work for your highest authenticity, the authenticity that's going to lead you to follow through with the purpose that you have on this world, and to do God's will. At the end of the day, just do God's will. And because you're doing that and you're seeking God first, you're able to build this foundation of security, of integrity, of respect, self-respect, of value, of honor, where you realize that the actions that you take, they're based off of virtue, and they're based off of principle, and they're based off of integrity and dignity. And because you're living a life that is coming from a place where you have these values, God is going to be providing for you more and more and more intensely in this time. And the foundation that you're building right now is going to be very firm, very solid. So that way, as you start building above the ground, you're going to have such stability and confirmation that you are operating from a place of integrity, that it's just going to compound how quickly your blessings come in. And the beautiful thing is that these blessings that come in, they're going to be very, very stable and very, very secure, because you know that you're operating from a place that is honest. You're operating from a place where you don't have anything to hide. You don't have to make up stories or make up lies or manipulations, or you're coming from a place of integrity and honesty. And that's why you don't have any fears of how you're showing up in the world and what you're doing to achieve these next accomplishments in your life. And that's what's very beautiful, because as you show up in the world like that, you're also magnetizing and attracting people who are also operating in this vibration, that operate from integrity, honesty, dignity, respect, moral code. And you will be compensated. Again, these are the seeds that you're planting into the ground, and you will be compensated with the harvest that is bountiful and plentiful. And this will be more fruits that you can harvest and seeds you can collect, that you can plant for even more fruits for the next harvest and the next season. So you're coming in waves. I'm seeing waves and waves of good opportunities, of blessings, of financial security, of material security, of comfort, of bliss, of happiness, of excitement, of gratitude. A lot of support that is coming in for you. It's built on a very firm foundation, and it's going to be here to stay long term. You're making very wise investments with your energy, and that could be your energy that you have throughout the day, or even your financial energy. You're buying things that will help you to improve your finances, because the more you improve your finances, the more you're able to support others, and the more you're able to support others, the better the world gets. So there's this idea of reinvesting yourself and your energy over and over and over again, and not buying things specifically for the validation or approval of others, or the need for some kind of social status. I feel that you do have a desire and this is a met desire. You may already have a lot of nice things materially, a lot of nice comforts, and you're someone that is meant to be given a lot of comforts and even luxury, a life of luxury. But the way you experience this luxury is from a place of God just wanting to take care of you and wanting to support you and just show you that you deserve to be treated very, very well because of the beautiful things that you've done and the impact you've created on this world and this planet and the value that you add to other people's lives. That's why you're supported. And you're someone who not only allows yourself nice things, but you also allow other people to experience nice things with you. You share your nice things. You help other people get nice things themselves. You help other people accomplish their goals, their dreams, their desires. Because you understand that by helping out other people, you're ultimately helping out yourself. And that is something that comes back to you, that gets fed back to you. Those are the seeds that you plant. When you plant seeds of wanting to help out someone else out of the kindness of your heart in ways that will help them grow and achieve their goals, you will by default achieve your own goals and your own accomplishments. And again, this is when you're helping out people achieve their goals, and at the end of them being helped by you, you feel accomplished and you feel satisfied and you feel fulfilled and you feel excited, not depleted, not exhausted, not stressed. And that's when you'll know that you giving and giving and giving and pouring into other people and helping other people out, you're doing it from the right place, by the way you feel when you're doing it. So you're continuing to grow, and just understand that at this time in your life, this is a moment, a temporary moment, a brief moment for you to really solidify your beliefs of who you are as an individual as you move into this next phase of your journey. Because there's going to be a lot of movement that's coming in, a lot of new people, a lot of new opportunity, a lot of responsibilities, and you're not going to be able to accept them all. So you're going to be able to choose the best serving factors in your life and have those be built on the foundation that you're creating right now. At this moment, it's important that you allow yourself to dream big, to think big, to welcome in big energies, and to continue to operate from a place of integrity where you show up in the world authentically who you are, that you don't overpromise, that you don't overpromise other people, overpromise yourself. What I'm hearing is workable goals that are set, that are reasonable right now throughout the day. Have daily goals for yourself that are accomplishable, that you can accomplish the tasks that you set for yourself. But when it comes to dreaming big, understand that the goal that you're shooting for, 10 times it. Whatever you think you can do, 10 times it. And let it be revealed to you how that will be manifested, how that will be created. By integrity of your actions and your words, you will be blessed. So much so. You're anointed. There's an anointing upon you at this time in your life where the protection you have it's very beautiful. What I'm seeing is that the things that you're being prevented from experiencing, like I'm hearing cycles of like just bad cycles with people that you don't need to have in your life that will draw out a level of pain or suffering. You're being protected from these cycles that you don't have to live in them. So you may have had experience with going through cycles. This could be bad relationships, bad finances, bad health, but it seems like you go through these places in your life where it's like you're up and down, up and down, up and down, or going in loops over and over and over again. And these loops can be they could last from a few months to a few years. And what you don't see right now is that you're sidestepping an entire multi-year cycle of exhaustion and sadness and anger and frustration, fear, like these lower vibrational energies that you could have experienced again. Like you've bypassed that because you've moved past that. And those type of energies are not going to be welcome into your life anymore. They're not going to be able to remain in your life right now or ever, as long as you remain in this new vibration of yourself, of integrity, because you cannot resonate with energies who are not operating the same frequency as you. This is just the law of our existence. Like attracts like. In order for us to get on the same vibration, to hear specific radio stations, specific phone calls, specific TV broadcasts, there's vibrations in the air that we have to tune into those vibrations in order for us to see what's on that channel, to hear what's on that station. So you can experience someone else's station that they're broadcasting if you're not tuned into it. And that's what's very beautiful. Right now you're tuned into a place of authenticity and integrity where anything like a cycle that would get you trapped for a multi-year cycle, you're not even on the frequency. You're not tuned into it, you're not tapped into it, and you can't experience it. So it's like maybe this is also something that you're resonating with, where it feels like a lot is not happening. But what you're not realizing, or you may not be aware of, is that what usually is happening is you might be in a cycle where a lot is happening, but it's not the most favorable things that are happening. And right now, it's like you've replaced that cycle of movement, but unfavorable movement, for the sense of stability and security and peace and support. So it's associations that you have right now with your life to really understand that this is beautiful, that this is true support and a true firm foundation that you're building upon. That the new cycles that you're going to have in your life are going to be ones of support, ones of generational wealth, growth. I'm feeling you're going to be very sustainable increase, the very wealthy increase. So there's going to be like a slow moving energy, but a very powerful energy that has a lot of momentum behind it. So as you, at this time in your life, grow and you're given more opportunities and you're given more finances and you're given more material possessions and you're given more opportunities, you're able to give back. And it's the more that you give back, the more you're able to receive as well. But you're going to be experiencing cycles of a lot of growth, a lot of happiness, a lot of excitement, a lot of security, a lot of support. Yeah, you're going to be given so much support by the universe and by God, because you're doing things from the right place. So there's going to be a lot of fast moving energy again, and you're going to feel very, very busy. But the busy is going to come from a place that are from conditions that are very favorable and very exciting and very fulfilling and very, allow yourself. What I'm hearing is allow yourself to be supported. You do deserve support. You do deserve support. You do deserve these beautiful things in life. You do deserve having a life where you get to experience nice things, be around nice people, have a nice experiences, have people that you can trust, that you can share happy times with, that these are memories that are gonna, when you look back on them, uplift you and encourage you and inspire you, make you feel like you have a happy heart, a grateful heart, a fulfilled life. You're seeking from a place of contribution, and the more you contribute to the world, the more fulfilled you'll feel, and that you'll understand that these cycles, it's going to be cycles of more contribution and more fulfillment and more excitement and more support over and over and over and over again as you continue to go up higher and higher and higher and higher. And you're going to be validated by the right people, and you're going to be admired by the right people. And as you speak, you're just showing other people that they too are meant to be admired and meant to be supported. That's who they are. That's who they are. You're meant to be supported. And the first support that we get is the support from ourselves, the support that we find within ourselves. And then from that place, we build everything else up. So you're supporting yourself right now. And there's so much beautiful things that are coming into your life as a result of the support that you're embodying. So continue to move forward. Continue to allow yourself to experience this support, to be provided for abundantly, prosperously, generously, and give that energy back to the world, to other people. Support other people, the right people. Support the right people. And your life will continue to grow prosperously, and you'll find more cycles that you can get into of favorable conditions, of contribution, of fulfillment, of excitement. So you're at a place in your life where there's no going back to the old life. And if you were to go back, it would take a lot of deliberate effort, and you would really have to try really hard to go back. It is possible, but it's highly unlikely, and it would cause a lot of effort for you to go back. So just know that your life right now is meant to be a life of support. Continue to allow yourself to believe that. Believe it. Belief is just a choice. We choose to believe. We don't need the external factors or validations or things to reciprocate our beliefs, but we first believe and then we allow ourselves to take actions that are in alignment with those beliefs, and we allow the world to show and reflect to us the confirmation of those beliefs, and we will continue to grow with them. So look at your beliefs, any fears that you may have or any beliefs that you may have around your finances, around your health, around your relationships, around your relationship with yourself, even the way you talk to yourself. Take the conscious moment whenever these thoughts come to your head, whether or not these are in alignment with the highest version of yourself, if the most prosperous version of yourself, the most generous, the most kind, the most supported individual and person that you are, the version of yourself, if they would hold these type of beliefs and these type of ideals. And if they don't, then those beliefs no longer serve a place in your life, and you have the power to ask them to leave and ask them to be removed, and that they're not welcome here. That's what you just say. You're not welcome here. And if they try to sneak back into your mind, just repeat that process. You're not welcome here, and do it as many times as you need to, and replace it with what is welcome there, to replace that energy, that space that that belief was holding up. So if it's something about you're not able to reach a certain amount of finances or a certain amount of health or a certain amount of like a relationship, a specific type of relationship, maybe you don't feel you're deserving of it or you can't experience it, remove those kind of energies. Just be like, no, that's first off not what I accept. It's not a belief that I resonate with or the highest version of myself would resonate with, and it's not allowed. It's not allowed in my mind, and you have to go. You have to go. Thank you for the time that we spent here, but you're on your way now, and Godspeed. And with that, I replace an energy of knowing that I am someone who can experience heightened finances, heightened relationships, heightened health, heightened fulfillment from life, because that's a part of my divine nature to experience these beautiful things. And there's so many people out there who are experiencing these things, and I'm no different than them, and I too can choose those types of lifestyles, and it will be reflected to you. It will be given to you. It will be given to you. Discard all the beliefs that you need to as many times as you need to, and continue to replace them with new belief systems. Do this frequently, and your life will shift so tremendously. And you'll see yourself getting into these cycles where you're raising yourself to be the most powerful version, most empowering version of yourself, to help out other people to do the same, to become the same fulfilled, admired, respected, purposeful, and useful individuals in this world. Offer value to the world in profound ways. You're meant for good. You're meant to do good. And any habits and behaviors or thought process that you have that may be a little counterintuitive or counter of that belief system, again, there's no obligation. You don't have to keep them. You're not indebted to them. You can say anything, tell anything to be removed, and it will be removed. You're powerful, you're capable, and you're meant for great things. So that's the message that's coming through right now. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll catch you here in the next one.